Welcome back, everyone. Today we are getting the interior propane lines run, the tank set outside. I'm going to dig a trench for the feeder line, and I'll show you what they're doing. It's basically just the range inside, a temporary, not a temporary, for a future outdoor kitchen. So just a shut off for that, 2 water heaters, tankless, and outdoor fire pit. So of course they're early. We had rain and wind last night, so I wasn't going to get the machines out or get everything ready, and then they just called and said they're on their way about an hour early, so I got to go to the gate and let them in. Well, I missed the setting of the tank as usual. I had to show them something else while they were doing it, but all right, so they're going to be coming in through that sleeve right there. And basically the gas line's going to run down that. But see, they got a nice working. He's excited because I got that sit-on cart in there, so he's happy. He'll be able to. He thought he was going in like a 18-inch crawl space instead of a 48-inch. He's happy. All right, I was very bad at videoing. I was actually helping them because it was a difficult line for them to run. Not difficult, I mean, it's easy, but making the turns, it's much easier when you have somebody to, you know, feed it around the corner and down as they pushed it down. So anyway, so there's the manifold. So we've got the this is the gas range, this is the fire pit for out on the porch, this is the water heater on this side, and this is the water heater on our bedroom side, and that will get hooked in. That's just it's pressurized now, which I'll go out and show you in a minute. Oh, they left one of their tools. They'll be back. So these just all run down, and let's go upstairs and I'll show you. There's not too much to see down here. All right. Other thing I didn't show is the siding is finally all done. So there is the there's the wall box. So that goes in. This will come through the cabinet, and this is a countertop 6-burner 36-inch gas range. So that will go there. The water heater for this side is in the closet. They did not have the vent material, so that still has to be done. They'll be back next week or the week after. This is the week before Christmas, so they'll come back right after. Right there, this will come up and come in, but they don't hook it up until it's inspected. And the fire pit right there, so that comes through. And the water heater for our side, same thing. So that'll just come right up and go in here. So it was easy, and they were only here about 2 hours, so not too bad. Like I said, if I didn't help them, it would have taken a little bit longer, but I'm here anyway, right? And then, like I said, I missed doing the tank, but let's go outside. Let's go outside and I'll show you the outside. And I didn't realize it, because initially when we talked about it, I just said, well, I don't care if it's an above ground tank, but that's an underground tank. So here's where the water line goes in, and they'll have their regulator and everything here. They'll come over, we'll come across this way, and they'll tee in for the generator as well. But this tank is an underground tank, and they said, well, we'll have to come back and paint it. So I'm just going to bury it, because why not? what would be the reason not to bury it? Because it's got to have that coating on it, I guess, but it needs to be painted because that can't be in the, I guess it's not UV safe. So yeah, so I'm gonna bury it. I'm gonna bury it right there. No reason not to. All right, that's a 17-pound anode bag that keeps any of the rust, keeps the rust away, so to speak. This wire will get hooked through electrical process, keeps the rust off the tank. And let's see, laid it out. That's about where it was. That's where the anode bag will go. The wire will attach right there, and that will be good to go. So it's got to go down 50 inches, about 50 inches is what it is. I took that top off, but just a little bit of that sticks out. So I got to move this out of the way, go get the Yanmar, and let's get it done. All right, let's move this one out of the way. Hopefully this is long enough so we don't want to scratch anything. Here we go. Gonna grab those so that none of the valves get hit. Aside from the dirt all over it. All right, let me get these blocks out of here and dig it. Hopefully not too many roots here. This is some nice soil. I think I might backfill this with some sand. I should probably get rid of this. This is some good stuff. Initially, I wasn't gonna have this buried. They wanted $500 or something to bury it, and then I thought the tank was more money, but as it turns out, they only buy these and then they'll come and paint it. after. So we don't want that. I'm gonna have to get in there and see, get my depth. Then we go check. Nope. That's only 40. 10 more inches. Get our anode area cleared out a little bit more. I don't think that one has to be to the bottom, but let's go check that. I gotta get something and cut those roots out of the way. I think this is probably gonna be it. That's pretty close. Pretty close. 49. I don't mind if it's up a little bit. I'd rather not have water running down around the valve parts anyway. I gotta back up a little bit. Let's check that. That end was good. This end. Cleaning up this end, I think that will do it. go check. Wish I brought a ladder. It's a long way down. I'll go down in that hole over there. It's close. Yep, I think that'll do it. Just gonna hop down in the hole, check it with a level. I don't think this is pinpoint rocket science. How's that for by eye, huh? Pretty good. All right, let me clip some more of these and get it clipping these suckers. There we go. We don't want to leave the tape measure in there. All right, let's see how she fits. All right, that's good right there. Ready to go. Just got to strap it down, fill it in. All right, backfill time. Oh, actually, hold that thought. I forgot to put the anode bag in there. Oh, let's get it. I turned it upside down to soak the other half. It's more than 17 pounds now. Hey. So this part now goes in and gets hooked up inside the box, which I'm not going to do at the moment. Come on. I'll hook it up later. I'll keep whatever extra is in there. That is fine. Just wrap this around so it doesn't get pulled out. And there we go. I don't know where the pin is for that. And I'm not going to touch it. This way a wet bag won't be touching the thing the whole time. water on that. Just a little bit. I know this is going to sink a little bit, so this area rough graded. I'm not going to do too much because I've still got obviously the size of the tank of chocolate that I need to dig up over here, and I need to build this up a little bit, so I'm going to wait until I'm done so I don't mess it up. But I'm hooking up the anode wire, and just a little pro tip if you want to make your job look professional, whenever you've got especially extra wire like this, but you always want to leave a little bit in case you need it, is what I do is I wind it around a round handle. I pulled the end off it, spun it around, made it nice and neat, and now I'm going to put on a connector so that another professional look. Take that, just leave the tip sticking out right there, squeeze. I always do it twice up there. Okay, this is a double nut. They're coming to fill this very shortly, because once it's in the ground you've got to fill it, otherwise if it can get a good rain, even with the straps on it, you know, it's got hurricane tie downs holding each end down, but still you don't really want to do that. Now I'm going to cheat because I don't have a 9/16 wrench here, so I'm going to use the pliers for now. I will come back with a wrench. Oh, actually I have an adjustable in here. I won't have to come back. I can't stand when you use the pliers to, there we go. So how's that? Professional enough for you? Getting its first fill. Like I said, this is rough graded because I still have to dig the trench, but there we go. Hi. Got to get the first fill on there.
Texture, so when they try to get an orientation, so when somebody else comes here, they kind of know.
Oh yeah. Yep. And that'll be the same way you guys could come in. All right, here we are. So I guess I did a good job because the delivery driver said, "Oh, you did that. You must have done this." He goes, "It's nice and neat." So I guess their normal one is not quite as neat as this one is. And like I said, this will be better once I'm done, because I've got to come out of the center of that box, come around over to the left side of the pad there. So once I know that they're coming, now once they get the riser, so they can come out of that, and we'll get that on video as well. Oh, and a brand new 500-gallon tank took 395.5 gallons. So that's what they'll put in. So you're not really getting 500 gallons when you get a 500-gallon tank. So because I guess they do 80% for expansion and all that kind of thing. But just figured I'd let you know. It's 395 is what I got. All right, so I'm not sure when they're going to come back to actually run the gas lines and to do the venting. So I think maybe I'll make that a separate video, because I wanted to get one up because Christmas is coming, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and thank everybody for their support and their viewing, and hopefully everybody has a very safe and happy Christmas and New Year if I don't get one up in between for that. So again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.